Ahoy everyone! This is Developer Diaries, and it's the first episode of the show from our new office in Belgrade. In today's episode, we're going to present you Battle Ducks. That's right, don't be surprised and don't think that the developers have lost their marbles during the move. Just remember that April 1st is on the horizon, and that means that we're preparing to have some fun with the return of our suitably absurd bathtub battles. Let's dive in! Can you tell us what this event is about?
This is about yellow rubber ducks fighting in a large bathtub. Some of our players will already be familiar with this jacuzzi map and fun battles there. Last time around it were toy ships. Now this will be yellow rubber ducks.
How did you come up with this idea of rubber duck battles?
I'm actually surprised we did not come up with it earlier. When I think of bath time, yellow rubber duck is the first thing that comes to mind.
And how do these ducks correlate with in-game ships?
Your typical rubber duck is quite round in shape, and round ships are not particularly good in sailing anywhere. I'm serious now about round ships, there were some in history. So we tried to adjust duck's shape so it better resembles your typical ship.
And how does a duck look from the inside?
It's got side armor, deck armor, turret, citadel, and everything that a warship ought to have.
And what about the turret?
It's the head, of course. A duck can twist its head at amazing angles, just like all birds, so it can naturally.
And what about different types of ducks?
You can expect battleship ducks, cruiser ducks, and destroyer ducks, all very familiar classes with their familiar gameplay.
And how does one differentiate between these ducks?
They will be marked differently in the in-game UI.
And are there any tips for us? Where should we aim?
All the ducks will have weak stern armor, so you should be okay shooting from behind. Battleship ducks should have very strong, impenetrable front armor, but they will have weaker sides, so you should be able to pick a citadel shooting from the side.
Will there be guns on these ducks?
No, they will spit water droplets from their beaks. Some ducks will penetrate armor better with their droplets, others will inflict floods instead of fires.
And will the ducks have any new armaments?
We are introducing mines in this event. All the ducks will be able to lay mines. They will stay on the surface of water, quite visible, but still dangerous, so you should be careful when you approach your rival duck.
So, no torpedoes?
Destroyer ducks will still have torpedoes.
So now you understand that our ducks will be armed, dangerous, and ready to show how loud they can quack. However, the participants of our bath time battles are only half the story. We still need to visualize the battlegrounds properly as well. To be more precise, the very bathtub where our ducks will be sinking each other. For this event only, the game will feature the new hot tub map. What's that? We'll tell you right away. Come with me. What is this map?
So, our experienced captain will know this map from an old event, dedicated to April 1st when I captured a party on this battle map.
What was the source of your inspiration?
So, we're inspired of some cartoon, film, and series, and most of them is Bad Advice cartoon, our favorite cartoon.
Is there anything else interesting that you can mention?
First of all, we will have familiar character from this series. Almost all of them. This island will be pretty cool. And the interior of this room with baths will be fun. All of these components will immersive players deep into our serial and fun April event. Look around from this very beginning of each battle and enjoy this spectacle.
And will this map feature any specific gameplay?
Yeah, of course. Two teams face each other in a battle. There is a three intercrossing base, circling, forming a short triangle. The teams fight on this triangle and ducks can use it torpedo shells, and new mailing and crash mechanics.
And will these ducks have any special visual features?
Yes, all ducks have an special features in their look, because how I told before, we're inspiring some stuff from a cinema or cartoon, and we add some special visual things on every duck.
What about Easter eggs?
I may recommend for our players to keep an eyes peeled from the start of battle.
And what about the water?
The water has been changed absolutely. The water is simulated not for the size of an ocean, but it's for the size of the bathtub. And it's absolutely clean, allowing it to seem fishy, having too fun to make to feel like a small rubber duck in a bath.
And have you changed any other physics in the game?
We have added some rubber-like properties, so what's new, this duck will bounce to each other, and so island without taking damage. You can now also push your opponent toward the minefields.
That's all. This was the first Developer Diaries episode from our office in Belgium. Play with us, swash around the bathtub, whack valiantly and win. Good luck, captains. See you next time.